You open your textbook, read the same page 5 times, and the second you close it, your mind goes blank. Your brain is programmed to delete information it perceives as unimportant. When you study passively for hours, your internal filter treats those words like useless background noise, discarding the data to save space. We are going to bypass that filter using a 4-step system to process a single chapter. This method focuses on identifying core patterns and forcing the brain to build permanent connections. To begin, you need a few physical tools. Clear your desk and grab an unread textbook chapter, a piece of blank paper, and your calendar app. Pause for a moment and type the phrase, "I improve my memory," in the comments. This small physical action signals a shift in your brain from passive observation to active engagement. Retaining information is a physical process that requires specific environmental cues. Preparing these tools is the mandatory first step to mastering your memory instead of fighting its natural filtering mechanism. Open your textbook to the chapter you need to learn. Explicitly ignore the first page of text. Instead, scan the headings and subheadings to see the overall structure. This diagram represents the 80-20 rule, where a small fraction of material contains the high-yield concepts. Most waste energy treating every page equally. Locate your 20% by hunting for chapter summaries and bolded terms, the high-value nodes the chapter is built upon. Once you've identified these nodes, we use a technique called chunking. This prevents the brain from shutting down when faced with a massive, undifferentiated wall of information. Organizing data into distinct pieces makes a chapter manageable. It's like carrying groceries. 100 loose items are impossible to hold, but organized into bags, they're easy to transport. The brain stores clustered conceptual bags far more efficiently than loose random data. Take your piece of paper and write down 4 to 5 distinct sections based on the headings you just scanned. Isolating these sections before you start reading prevents cognitive overload. You are transforming an intimidating chapter into a simple, actionable checklist. Now we move to active recall. This is the primary physical mechanism for building a permanent memory pathway in the brain. Avoid the common habit of passive rereading or endless highlighting. These methods feel productive, but they rarely lead to long-term storage. When you see a highlighted sentence, your brain recognizes it visually. This creates an illusion of competence, tricking you into thinking you've learned a concept when you've actually only recognized a pattern. To fix this, read one chunk of text once, then close the book completely. Now try to explain that core concept out loud from memory. You will likely feel a slight, uncomfortable mental struggle as you try to retrieve the information without the text in front of you. That mental friction is the actual formation of the memory pathway. Retrieving information from scratch, not just looking at it, is what creates a lasting neural connection. Even with active recall, memory fades over time. If you only study once, you will still find yourself panic cramming the night before an exam. We eliminate that decline with spaced repetition, a calendar-based strategy that tells your brain to keep this specific information for the long term. This timeline shows the exact intervals to lock in a memory. Open your calendar app right now. First, input a 10-minute review block for tomorrow. Then set a 5-minute block 3 days from now. Finally, schedule a 2-minute review exactly 1 week from today. Reviewing at these mathematically spaced intervals categorizes the information as vital and permanent. It makes the memory automatic and removes the need for high-stress cramming. By following this workflow, you have converted a dense, intimidating chapter into a mapped-out and scheduled system. You used the 80-20 rule, chunking to organize it, active recall to build the pathways, and spaced repetition to lock it in. Academic mastery is achieved by aligning your habits with the brain's natural biological mechanics. High-quality learning is a result of strategic retrieval, not the number of hours spent staring at a page. If this method changed your approach to studying, like the video and subscribe. Share this with one friend who spends hours studying but still struggles to remember the material. Working in harmony with your brain's filtering systems allows you to learn more while expending less effort. I'll see you in the next video.